that you read what you are reading on record.
You know, he was trying to remind me how we used to work together before he became a minister. And Mr. Speaker, sir, all the issues by our leader of opposition by the public are the duties of the Human Rights Commission. They are the duties of the Human Rights Commission. If we are looking for Mwanga Chivumbi, we are looking for the member has talked about and so many others. It is the duty under Article 52 of the Constitution that the Human Rights Commission has all those powers to look for all those people and investigate. But here you are now, there is bickering in the Human Rights Commission. Bickering.
Procedural issue that I was raising. Right, Honorable Speaker, as you're aware, and I do acknowledge that there are many issues with respect to human rights, but this matter had been previously brought before Parliament and it was referred to the Committee of Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. I see the desire to debate this matter as a big house, but the procedural issue I was interested in is that would it not be proper, given that this matter is now the first business before Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, that all the interested parties come here, we get a comprehensive report on all what has been raised and even what had been referred, so that we can have a very good debate here. That was the procedural guidance I was seeking, but I think you have guided that way. Thank you.
Thank you. And then that debate will be, I think yesterday, the 27th Human Rights report was referred to Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, and you are supposed to report back. When you bring back that report, we shall not crowd the order paper. Let everybody come here. Let's Parliament to be known that one day we set aside the day to debate human rights, because we are all humans. Now, the Shadow Attorney General, you have a right of reply right now. Reply the real Attorney General.
Yes. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in case I contradict your statement, kindly forgive me. It's not intended. But
it will be intended because you've already intended.
Mr. Speaker, this is my humble proposal, that any ad hoc committee or one of our committees, like human rights, the one in charge of human rights, yes, be assigned the duty to investigate, to probe into the affairs of Uganda Human Rights Commission. Mr. Speaker, to be sincere, there is bickering, there are disputes among the commissioners themselves. Sincerely, as a Parliament, a democratic institution, we cannot sit down and look on. We must intervene, Mr. Speaker. When we get the report from that committee, in case, Mr. Speaker, you allow the committee to be assigned, it will be the basis for our debate, Mr. Speaker. I beg to submit.
Okay. Proceed, he has already left. And we need to move. The aspect of human rights, we cannot overemphasize it. That legal committee is that human rights, by the way, bickering between the commissioners or among the commissioners. This is one of the agencies probably you've heard that there's bickering. But there are so many bickering institutions. If we go on investigating, want to inquire, you will hear again another neighbor.
Yes.
But the point which has been made is that this is affecting the performance of the Human Rights Commission as an institution. And we believe that the relevant committee is at liberty to invite the human rights team to come and answer a few of the issues. And when they bring the report, we can go on. Please, can we go to the next?
Item 3.2, statement on the situation on malaria in the country.
Yes, Honorable Minister of Health, this was the matter raised by Honorable Andrew. Yes, listen attentively.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. It is also my maiden speech when you are in the chair. This time, I also extend a word of congratulations to you. And the Honorable Sewungu is reminding me to receive and appreciate the leaders of the Washiga community from Kanungu. I want to welcome my leaders from Kanungu. We had already welcomed them. So, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, raised the matter of national importance regarding the death of learners regarding the death of learners at Makerere College School, Mengo Senior Secondary School, Mengo Senior Secondary School, and Gayaza High School, which he attributed to a suspected new strain of malaria. I undertook in my initial response yesterday to this House to come up with a comprehensive statement over the matter, and that's why I am here. I think also the Honorable Namboze of Mukono had also raised that matter on the list of issues of national importance yesterday. So on behalf of the government of Uganda and the Ministry of Health in particular, I extend our deepest condolences to the families, guardians, school communities, and fellow learners of the 4 learners who have tragically lost their lives, and to the families affected by the other recent incidents at Naria Secondary School, Ndeje Secondary School, Katakwi Secondary School, and Kachiri Secondary School. No parent should send a child to school and receive news of this nature. So we convey our condolences to the families on the reported death. And the statement is loaded on the iPads. The Ministry of Health confirms that 4 learners have died in the Kampala metropolitan area following severe malaria. 2 at Makerere College School, 1 at Mengo Senior Secondary School, and 1 at Gayaza High School. And for completeness, and to avoid the conflation of unrelated incidents in the public discourse, we also want to press on record that separate recent learner deaths also occurred in other schools, but these deaths were not related to this surge in malaria and are not part of this malaria cluster. I have provided a table that indicates the number of deaths in the various schools. Makerere College School, the cause of death of the 2 learners was due to severe malaria. Mengo Senior Secondary School, 1 child died due to severe malaria. In Gayaza High School, 1 learner also died due to severe malaria. In Naria Secondary School, we lost 1 learner due to suicide, and this was not related to malaria. In Ndeje Secondary School, we lost one learner, and the death was secondary to trauma. This also was not related to malaria. In Katakwi Secondary School, the student died due to road traffic accident. And in Kachiri Secondary School, also it was due to the road traffic accident. Honorable members will note that the 4 malaria-related deaths are concentrated in Kampala metropolitan area, a historically low transmission zone. And I will speak to this later what it means. This geographic pattern is central to the ministry's technical assessment below and is not on the current evidence indicative of a nationwide surge in malaria mortality among school-age children. In other words, we are saying there is no nationwide surge in malaria infections, but these deaths occurring among our children, our learners, largely in the Kampala greater metropolitan area, because it's a low transmission zone and the learners do not have the immunological competence to fight off malaria, as I will explain. Honorable members, Right Honorable Speaker, let me provide the technical explanation why school-age children in urban areas have an elevated risk of malaria. And the question which is being posed, is this a new or more dangerous strain of malaria or not? Right Honorable Speaker, I want to address this question directly and without ambiguity, because it is a question that has understandably alarmed parents and the public. Uganda routinely conducts genomic surveillance of circulating malaria parasites through the National Malaria Control Division in the collaboration with research partners. Genomic surveillance refers to the analysis of genetics of the parasites to see whether what is causing this outbreak or infection is different genetically from the other parasites. So we usually carry out those assessments and analysis. And this surveillance has not detected any change in the virulence of the parasites currently circulating in the country. Virulence means the ability to cause disease and in a more aggressive manner. So the analysis we have done doesn't show that there is a change in the type of parasites causing these infections among our children. So Plasmodium falciparum, which is the parasite which causes malaria, remains as it has for decades the dominant species in Uganda and accounts for approximately 97% of infections, and it is well established as the species responsible for the most severe forms of the disease. So what I'm saying is that what has killed these learners is the same type of parasite which ordinarily causes malaria. It's not a new strain that has caused this. So on the basis of the current genomic and clinical surveillance data, the ministry's technical position is that there is no evidence of a new malaria strain driving these deaths. So I am just alluding the fears, because the issue being raised was that there is a new strain of malaria parasites. And I'm saying, it is the ordinary parasite that is causing these deaths. So the question then is, why then are school-age children dying? And I'm going to answer that. The explanation lies not in the parasite, but rather in the immunological profile ability of the body to defend itself against the malaria. That's what I mean by immunological profile. Uganda's sustained investment in malaria control over the past 2 decades, and the measures include long-lasting insecticide nets, and I hope all of you sleep under mosquito nets as members of Parliament. if you don't, inform me as the Minister of Health. The other measures are indoor residual spraying, which have been using, and also improved case management. These measures, among others, have substantially reduced transmission in urban and highland areas, including the Kampala metropolitan area. I am saying highland areas and Kampala because these are areas where transmission is usually low. They are not malaria-prone areas. And in such places, you'll find the people do not have acquired immunity against infection because they are not exposed. Now, for those who come from areas where there's a lot of malaria, you get that immunity, the defense system in your body. But if you are from an area, Kampala, highland areas, because there is no high frequency of malaria, then your body doesn't develop enough defense against it. And when you get the attack, then it becomes very severe. And this is what is causing the problem in the children. So this is, on its own terms, a public health success. Success meaning the other interventions we have been providing. However, it has produced a well-documented epidemiological paradox that children growing up in these low transmission areas are exposed to malaria parasites less frequently in early childhood and therefore do not build up the same level of acquired immunity as children in high transmission rural areas. And that's the explanation I am giving. That children who are in areas with high density of malaria, they develop immunity early enough. But those from areas where malaria is not of high prevalence, they don't develop adequate defense systems in the body. And those areas include Kampala and the greater metropolitan areas, and some highland areas like Chigezi, the Bugisu areas. So, and that's the problem here we are facing, that the children affected had a low immunity because they are not exposed to malaria in their early ages.
Honorable Minister, do you want to go to the Minister of Health response? I know Honorable Kaluya is already nodding because you've used a lot of terminologies. That's the problem of making a PhD holder to be a Minister of Health. Can you go to page 3-4?
Okay, let me paraphrase the statements without reading each one.
Okay.
And they finish in a few minutes. So I think I have provided the explanation that it's not a new strain, but rather it's because the children were not exposed to malaria in their early stages of life. And now when they get an attack, it becomes very severe. Maybe allow me to read that statement, the next one, then I summarize the response.
I know that you're, yes.
So on page 2.
Build it up.
So the practical consequence is that a school-age child in a low transmission area who contracts malaria has little or no background immunity to slow the progression of the disease. And where a child with high acquired immunity might experience a mild self-limiting illness, an immunologically naive child can progress from first symptoms to severe malaria, including cerebral malaria and severe anemia within 24 hours, and from severe malaria to death within a further 2 hours if emergency treatment is not accessed at the time. So there will be a difference between a child from a malaria-prone area and a child from an area where malaria is low when they get an attack. It becomes much more severe because they don't have a strong built-in defense system. But let me also add, Right Honorable Speaker, that there are factors, for purposes of information, which attract mosquitoes to an individual. For instance, a pregnant woman attracts mosquitoes compared to one who is not pregnant. There is also...
You may have to explain...
Yes, I can. There is also evidence.
Is it about the size of stomach, like for general kidding there? Or?
There is also evidence, Right Honorable Speaker, that if you are consuming alcohol, especially beer, you also attract mosquitoes. Yes. So if I sit with you and I am taking juice, and for you are taking beer, and there are mosquitoes around, you will get more bites of mosquitoes compared to me who is taking water or juice. This is science. Why? There are factors. Mosquitoes get attracted to the amount of carbon dioxide you exhale. Number two, when you have raised the body temperature, that also attracts mosquitoes. Number three, if you are sweating, you see people taking beer in a bar can bring sweat. Now sweat, in that situation, both for pregnant women and even those taking alcohol, it has some chemicals, particularly lactic acid, uric acid, and ammonia, which attracts mosquitoes. This is evidence to research you can.
So I want to take the opportunity to congratulate you, Right Honorable Speaker,
that's why when we have a campaign against malaria,
Honorable Speaker,
malaria, we focus on pregnant women, children, but also children and pregnant women
fundamental constitutional
produce
right.
other biological substances called pheromones, which attract mosquitoes.
It
So
lies
this is
to
information
the
which we
office
factor in our
holding
communication so that
that office must be known.
the public understands.
And when it lies there,
what has been our response
that office
as Minister of Health?
or place is
Right, Honorable Speaker,
to produce that person in
I am
court
not discouraging you from
a
taking the bitter thing,
competent court
but I'm saying when you take it,
to
beware
show
that
cause
the mosquitoes
why it
are
should
looking
not
for
be
you.
released.
So you can
I've
take
not
it
got
from
it
inside
clearly
the room
whether
or
that
have a
reads
mosquito repellent.
Honorable Minister,
habeas corpus
could it be possible that
was
mosquitoes...
Number two, protecting vector control school age and around school environment requires action. Number three, early diagnosis and treatment. Number four, communication, emergency and community engagement cases. Number two, number five, vector control in and around school environments. And number three, early diagnosis and treatment. And I just want to briefly report emergency referral for severe cases. The Ministry of Health, number five, the Ministry of Education and School Health Workforce Capacity has established a multi-sector task force school-based surveillance structured around 4 pillars. And I just want coordination and governance on the progress, prevention and case management of Health, communication and working with the Ministry of Education and school-based surveillance has established a multi-sector task force has been completed, structured around 4 pillars: the burden of malaria, coordination and governance, severe cases, prevention and case management, risk communication and community providing the evidence-based and school-based surveillance, and the situation analysis. Quickly go through some of the joint action establish the burden of malaria together with the total cases, severe cases and deaths among school-age children, providing the evidence base for this response.
Are you in?
Let me quickly go through some of the joint actions that we have taken together with the Ministry of Education and
Honorable
Sports.
MP, and next time there is a sergeant at arms, you don't need to... Are you in? Bring me this thing. This is what you're blocking the way. There is an emergency. Go on.
Risk communication and prevention messages to schools.
Sergeant at
I have
arms,
attached
you don't
to
need
my
to bring me
statement
this thing. This is what local village
a
MCs
guidance
do.
note we have given to all schools in Uganda regarding malaria,
Please.
what it is, the do's and don'ts, and what should the schools do. I have attached it to this statement. And we have developed it together with the Ministry of Education and Sports. We are also reactivating the school health surveillance.
Order.
Reporting
Let Honorable-
regarding malaria.
Honorable
and other
Minister,
illnesses.
please.
But also we have instituted the mandatory use right, Honorable Speaker, we are working with the Ministry of Education and Sports tool for learners. And we have introduced a school health a number of measures to formalize and which include, among others, a rapid malaria risk assessment, as well as including a confidential inquiry. We have now familiarizing the sick schools. So we are investigating recruiting deeper health workers, especially school nurses in all the schools. The problem. among. We have also instituted key risk communication part of the way forward prevention messages to schools, the confidential inquiry which we are carrying out in the schools, starting statement where our learners died, a guidance note we have share given to all schools in Uganda regarding malaria, what it is, the do's and don'ts, and what should schools do, malaria and other illnesses statement. And we have developed it together with the Ministry of Education. We are also reactivating of nurses, school health surveillance and reporting regarding malaria and other illnesses. And also we are strengthening emergency the mandatory use of a terminal assessment form within schools so that we link the schools screening tool and the nearest health facilities, and also introduce so that the situations like these where children fall sick, they can formalize and be referral at the earliest to avoid some of these, as well as like we are now functionalizing the sick beds, developing and also recruiting of plans which we shall share school nurses on how in all the we can manage malaria and others. Part of the strengthening we shall imagine the mandatory use of a terminal assessment form in schools so as we standardize screening where our learners facilities and also so that school health like these where children fall sick they can also formalize and be Parliament such the areas of the actions we are malaria and other illnesses. Once again, we convey our condolences to the families. We are going forward. We shall ensure that recruitment and deployment of nurses so that our children and health workers needed in all our schools in Uganda to schools. And also working very much strengthening emergency referral system within schools so that we link the schools and the nearest health facilities.
Your Excellency,
so that situations like these where children fall sick, they can
Right Honorable Speaker,
at the earliest to avoid some of these deaths like we have witnessed. And also we are developing
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues,
I refuse to be excited about
malaria and other
me and you know
in our school
my sector
Right Honorable
and where I am.
Speaker. So we are
most times
on top of the situation.
I am privileged to address the head of state. So I want to sincerely apologize to you.
We are undertaking.
Right Honorable Speaker, on my own behalf, allow me to congratulate you.
And going forward, we shall
be between the Minister of Health I want to begin and the Minister of Education. Right Honorable Speaker, however, I have one area where I want the record to be corrected. In Katakwi, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, and in the constituency, me and you,
I refuse to be excited about
the alleged death of a kid. Me and you know the record is not true. My sector, secondly, and where I am, it is true. In most times, one driver, I am privileged to address the head of state of a school. So I want to sincerely apologize to you. Right Honorable Speaker, on my own behalf, allow me to congratulate you for a school is becoming the Speaker of the 12th Parliament. Congratulations. Airport. And in line with the document or the presentation of the Minister, comprehensive, allow me school first confirm and agree that this statement constituency was a consultation between the Minister of Health, the health team from Iganga, and the Minister of Education and Sports, and Ginger. However, I have one area for where I want the record children who up to now, some of them are still receiving treatment, but none of them come from has died. That is for the record. And in the constituency, where I represent the alleged death of a kid, for the record,
your explanation is
not true.
Would not attract a lot of debate, but
secondly,
I want to give to 4 people.
It is true.
Medical people.
One driver.
But before the medical person comes,
of a
let
school
me
bus
get Honorable Kaluya.
Over Muria High School died.
Please, if you are
when they were transporting
traditionalists,
our children for a school excursion to Entebbe.
Honorable Kaluya, you are the one who raised the matter.
And that school is also called St. Paul's Comprehensive Secondary School.
And Right Honorable Speaker, allow me also to congratulate you.
I want to thank the health team from Iganga
as our Speaker for the 12th
and Ginger Regional Referral Hospital.
Allow me also congratulate you
attending to our children
upon your appointment
Some of them
as a
are
special
still
envoy
receiving treatment,
for
but
somebody,
none of
somebody.
them has died.
Right, Honorable
That is for the
Speaker.
record. I thank you so
To
much.
what?
For-
Thank
for-
you
for
very much,
PLU.
Honorable Bariomusi. Your explanation. I don't know why people are having look about that. I want to give to 4 people.
Right, Honorable
Medical
Speaker.
people.
I want to thank the Honorable
But
Minister
before the medical person comes,
for a
let
very
me get
wonderful
Honorable
and
Kaluya.
elaborative response over the matter that I
Please,
raised
if you are traditionalist,
as
please.
a matter of national importance over the death of
Yes.
some
Honorable Kaluya,
students
you are the one who raised the matter.
who succumbed to malaria. It is
Thank
very
you.
good
Right, Honorable Speaker.
that
And right,
he
Honorable
has
Speaker,
allayed our
allow me
fears,
also congratulate you.
whereby we thought there was a new
Upon
strain
your
of malaria in the country.
election as our
It
Speaker
gives
for
us a
the
lot of
12th Parliament.
comfort, both as parents
Allow me
and as
also
leaders,
congratulate you upon
that
your appointment
we don't have
as a
to
special
worry
envoy
so much
for
about
somebody.
what is going on.
Right, Honorable
However,
Speaker.
we just need
To what?
to improve
for
on how we
PLU.
combat the malaria itself.
Thank you.
Right, Honorable Speaker,
I don't know. I don't
When
know
I
why
raised
people are
the-
having noog about that.
the matter I had prayers,
Right,
and I
Honorable
want to
Speaker.
affirm that the
I want to
Honorable
thank
Minister,
the Honorable Minister
has ably answered all the prayers
for
that
a
I
very
raised,
wonderful
and I beg
and
to thank him so
elaborative
much.
response.
Thank you, Right, Honorable Speaker.
over the matter
Thank
that
you.
I raised
And I want to, on this note, thank the front bench.
as a matter of national
Join Honorable
importance
Sewungu.
over the
If
death
we
of
continue this way, this
some
Uganda
students
will be
who
different.
succumbed to malaria.
Next, Honorable,
It is very good
Yeah. Honorable
that
Amy,
he has allayed our fears,
Shadow Minister, help
whereby
this
we
way.
thought there was a new strain of malaria in the country.
Please, traditional
It gives us a
healers,
lot of
don't
comfort.
speak now.
Both as parents and as leaders, that we don't have to worry
Thank you
so
very much.
about
Right, Honorable
what is
Speaker.
going on. However,
The
we
matter
just
on
need
malaria yesterday
to
was
improve
raised.
on how we combat the
Honorable
malaria
Speaker,
itself.
Thank you.
Right,
malaria
Honorable Speaker,
remains the cause
when I raised
of
the
mortality
matter, I
within,
had prayers, and I want to
the
affirm
population. Approximately
that
10%
Honorable Minister has ably answered all the prayers that I
of
raised,
the
and I beg to thank him
sicknesses
so much.
or
Thank you,
checks
Right
that
Honorable
are
Speaker.
done
Thank
in
you.
OPDs
And I want to, on this
consist
note,
of
thank
malaria.
the front bench.
particularly in
Join
West Nile,
Honorable Sewungu.
zeroing it
If
to
we continue
Arua
this way,
Central and Olihem
this
Center,
Uganda
that
will be
serves
different.
3 international countries.
Next,
That is
Honorable-
Southern Sudan, Central Africa,
Honorable Emis.
Congo, and even
Shadow
Uganda
Minister,
itself,
health is where?
where we have got over 24,000 asylum
Please, traditional
seekers,
healers don't speak
where
now.
monthly we are having seekers, where monthly we are having
Thank you very much.
25,000 persons
Right, Honorable Speaker.
that come for the outpatients services
Matter
there.
on malaria.
And
Yesterday
it has
was
gotten
raised.
a burden.
Honorable
The malaria
Speaker,
issue has got burden
malaria
on the
related-
little resources that we have in this nation. Because I am now putting my prayer that there must be emergency
population
supplementary finance budget to handle, because we have the issues of
sicknesses,
the RTDs. We have the issues of
that are
injectables
done
in
that
that have
have
really been affected
consist of
with
malaria.
the malaria issues. So my
Particularly
prayer
in West
is that
Nile,
the
zeroing
Minister of
it to
Finance should
Arua
make
Central
sure
and
that
Oli
we
Health
must
Center.
have
That
supplementary
serves
budget that is
3
international
to
countries
be
used to have
that
the
is Southern
issues of
Sudan,
malaria to be addressed
Central
in these
Africa,
areas, Congo and
that
even
have got
Uganda
the
itself.
itself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where we
Minister,
have
take
got
note.
over
Dr.
24,000
Chankwanzi.
asylum seekers.
I thank you so much for
Where
that wonderful
monthly
memory, right,
we
Honorable
are
Speaker.
having 25,000 persons
First and
that
foremost,
come for
I would like to credit
outpatients
my
services
government
there.
for
And
the tremendous
it has
work well
gotten a
done in the
burden.
fight against
The
malaria.
malaria issue has got burden.
That has been
on
great.
the little resources
Secondly,
that
I would
we
like to
have
credit
in
my
this nation.
minister
I
for
am
the
now putting
mouth-watering
my prayer
ministerial
that there must
statement
be
he has just read
emergency
out. But the
supplementary
following
finance
observations
budget
must be taken off.
to handle,
Right, Honorable
because
Speaker.
we have the
Number one,
issues
as an active
of
practitioner,
the RTDs.
these are the
We
case
have the
series we are
issues
coming
of
across.
injectables
You come
that
across
have really been
a child
affected with
or
the
even an
malaria
adult
issues.
who
So
has
my
been
prayer
managed
is
with the
that
first-line
the Minister
treatment
of Finance
and
should
is
make
not
sure
cured,
that we
has
must
gone on to a third-line
supplementary
treatment,
budget that is
or even
being-
second-line, third-line,
be used
not
to have
cured.
the issues of malaria
That alone
be addressed
should
in
speak a
these
little louder
areas
to us
that
as
have
the
got
government
diseases.
now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We
Take
shouldn't
note,
in any
Dr.
way hide our heads
Chankwanzi.
like the ostrich.
I thank you so
But
much
we
for
should
that
rather
wonderful
be a little
memory,
more
Vice Honourable
vigilant,
Speaker.
widely vigilant. Why?
The first and
Minister for
foremost,
Health, he knows
I would like
this,
to credit
that within
my
our
government
surveillance system,
for the
in the
tremendous
genomics,
work well
we've already
done in the
captured
fight
the
against
mutation of
malaria.
K13, which is
That
one
has
of
been
those
great.
genes that
Secondly,
the malaria
I would like to
parasite
credit
uses
my minister
to make sure that it
for the
dodges
mouth-watering
the killing
ministerial
power of the drugs we have
just
today.
read
Because
out.
we agreed as a
But the
nation
following
to shift
observations
to
must
our
be
first
taken
line
off.
treatment for
Vice
malaria,
Honourable Speaker.
being the so-called
Number one,
ACTs.
as
Those
an
are the
active practitioner,
artemisinin combined
these are the
treatments
case
we
series
use.
we are coming
But now
across.
that mutation of a
Come
gene
across
has been
child
picked within
or
our
even
population.
an adult.
True, has
True.
been managed with
What
the
is
first line
stating
treatment
us
that these are and is not cured.
cases we've
Has
had of
gone
death
on to a
that's reported
third line
are
treatment
coming from a
or
low
even second line,
malaria
third
region.
line,
Yes,
not